Good evening, everyone, at rantfinance.com, and welcome to another edition of Dino's Tech Picks. Today is Wednesday, May 30th, and going on about 9 p.m. Eastern. Looking at the minis again, and oh boy, well, last night I talked about this channel that I've been referring to for the last week or so, possibly being a rising wedge, and we were going to keep an eye on it because it looked like it was nearing about the 80% mark, where these type of formations usually break. And sure enough, way early this morning we kind of broke. Though, as I always say, minis run sloppy. Could just be an overthrow. But as soon as we opened here, the volume picked up and we continued down through the remainder of the day, and pretty much stayed down. So, panning in on a 30-minute view, we had a break. We had multiple 30-minute candles here, back test, and then the fall at the open. I was kind of hoping maybe we would, after a gap between the wedge and where the contracts were trading at, that we would kind of venture back up and do another back test, since this back test basically happened off hours, but we didn't get that. And a lot of times you don't get that. But my confirmation here for now is that we did get some volume on that first half hour of trading, compared to some recent candles, and again we stayed down. Notice too, we followed the lower band of the Bollinger here, all the way down. We did that here on that head and shoulders pattern that ended up playing out, where there's a lot of people, a lot of longs trying to buy here, and thinking, oh well, we're beyond the bottom band of the Bollinger, good spot to buy. Never bounced here today, really. So the target of this thing is 1248.5. No, I can't even zoom in to see it. It's way down here. So we got a ways to go for this thing. And again, here's a closer look of that, the flag and the break here on the 4-hour view. One thing that I was looking at today that's a possibility. Again, these formations, I always keep a close eye on for them basically morphing into something else. And an example of this, example was, we had a channel here. I even saved my channel lines up here from the last video, that was forming, and then last night I looked at it again, looked like a wedge. Well, now today, if you take this top trend line here of the wedge and duplicate it and bring it down, you got some matches up here. You got a touch here, a touch here, a touch here. So I drew this line in here and made it dotted as a potential, bottom channel here, which would negate the wedge. Still would be a bear flag. This would be a very big flag, but that has some bullish undertones to it to me, because again, if the action follows this channel and it keeps going up, eventually this flag breaks and it's no longer a bearish pattern. So we'll keep an eye on that. See if we bounce here and actually gain some traction for tomorrow. If that's the case, then that brings more validity to this bottom trend line here actually being the bottom of a channel, and maybe this isn't a wedge. So we'll keep an eye on that. The other thing is we're close to this green line again. Going back on a weekly view, you'll see again, this goes back a couple of years, and we're either trading below it or above it. And when we get there, we're usually there for a while. So, again, bulls want to stay above the green line, bears want to pull this below. And if that's the case, then, historically speaking, we may be there for a while. So, but for now, we'll keep an eye on this wedge tonight. See maybe if another bear flag forms here, or whatnot, or if we kind of consolidate above this dotted line, which could be bullish, and then make a move up sometime during the night. We'll see, but I'll check it in the morning, so feel free to check back, and I'll have an update for you, and hopefully that gives us some clues for tomorrow's trading. Thanks.